Well, there's not even a conversation happening about it. I think if you asked most self-employed people on the street, they'd have no idea that their lives are about to change. And the whole point of being self-employed is that people expressly do not wish to be treated as an employee. That's why they choose not to be employees. And they don't want holiday pay or sick pay, nor do they wish to engage in the complexity of micromanaged work conditions. In return, they get flexibility of hours, jobs and pay. Now, everyone has been happy with this. There is no demand from the public to change anything. So why has Labor decided to attack the self-employed as a priority?
Well, there is a big demand for this from the union movement. This is being driven very heavily by the Transport Workers Union, and their first target is what they call the gig economy, and specifically the Transport Workers Union are gunning for rideshare. And that's the chink in the wall that they're going for. And so they're running this whole sham argument around people being exploited, et cetera, and there's none of that going on. Let's understand the very simple and fundamental thing that's being proposed here. And I'll give a very straightforward example. So if you or I go out to you and I'm certainly self-employed and have been that way for a long time. When I do a job for someone, whatever job that might be, it's at a set rate. And say I'm going to get paid $1,000. And I go and do the job, finish the job, and I get paid that $1,000. There might be GST added and so forth, and the GST gets rolled around. But because it's a commercial entitlement, a commercial contract, I'm entitled to receive the full $1,000. And what the government's saying is now, no. The fact of being self-employed is frankly illegitimate. And what we're going to do is require you to have holiday pay. Oh, we say, well, that sounds really good. I'm going to get something for nothing. Well, no. We know that that's not the way it works. The way it will work is instead of me getting my $1,000, I might get $900. And $100 is retained for holiday pay. So here's the questions. All of a sudden, I'm not getting my full amount of money. $100 is being held back for holidays, but I don't want holidays. I want my money. So when am I going to be able to get my $100 of the holiday pay? Do I have to then apply to the person who's paid me? Or will it go to a government fund? Or more likely, will it go to a union fund? And I will have to apply to them to get my $100. But of course, it's going to cost a whole lot of money to run these funds. So they'll have to take some money out. I won't get my $100 back. I might get $95 back. $5, like superannuation, is held in fees. So what they're doing is effectively saying, if you are self-employed, you are not in the legitimate workforce. You are not an adult. You can't control your own money. You don't have a right to engage in commercial contracts. In other words, you are stupid. You are unintelligent. You are going to be exploited if you engage in work through a commercial contract. So we, the big brother, we're going to step in and we're going to control your money. We're going to take money away from you. We are going to control that. We'll set up an entire big bureaucracy to somehow manage that, and off we go. So I give the example of the holiday pay, but then that applies to all sorts of other things, that will roll out in a bigger way. So there's the simple example of what they have said, not planning to do, what they have said they are going to do. No discussion, no ifs and buts, and it's all going to boil down to, will this get passed in the Senate?
It sounds like Albanese's government's planning to straight up steal from the contract employment industry and hand their cash over to their union mates, which wouldn't surprise anybody who's had to deal with this kind of thing in the past.